no days off, no days off, no days off. Yo.
So we're in for legs, back in at the Mecca that is future fitness. So we're making legs a recurring thing with Mr. Kane. As I said, like, I've got 3 months now until we're competing, or still until prep starts. For me, I want big ass juicy legs, so it makes sense to have a training partner for a muscle group that I'm really trying to grow. And the level of intensity we can bring into this session together is wild, man. That's the second week in a row we're in this week, and we're sending it, man. So for anyone that doesn't know Marc Kane, he's also an online coach. I'll let him introduce himself.
Yeah, so Marc, been a coach for about a year and a half now. Leading coach of Kane Coaching, which is literally just me. But just to echo what Lewis says, like having that training partner, especially for legs, given the goals that I've got and that Lewis has, you know, to just come in, no bullshit session, get the head down. Both got plans to compete within Classic, which is obviously very, very leg dominant, so full sending it on these every single week.
So sit back, relax, enjoy a meaty session, high intensity, drop sets, rest pauses, partials, take some value from it. Enjoy. First issue of the session here is I'm too tall for the standing calf raise. Have a look at this. This is the tallest set. I don't know why this is made like this. So I don't think you can put a stopper there, but the issue here for me, I'll come in. Oh, mate, it's fine today. The fuck? Cancel the clip, it works. Just a couple of fucking idiots not know how to work a machine.
Where the confetti, niggas get shot like the camera ready. Like my shooters work at Polaroid, niggas got Grammy energy. I got social war, sober dogs running in this liquor. I been sipping on, living on my last breath. Chopper still sing like it's lab breath. The lab breath, please, I'm richer than Devonport. With that holy grail, nigga, I fill it with 7 pores on that brown liquor. Drinking till my speeches got that slur, man. I see the cracks, the dimension windows. Narrowing, see they use their civil spooks for heroin. Fuck rock though, when I'm shooting inside your glass house. Reason until a nigga fall and piss up.
So when it does come to growing some bigger calves, I mean, maybe better take advice from the guy with actual bigger calves. When it all comes down to, like, anyone can just jump on the machine and just go duh, 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 right? But with any muscle, just creating as much tension as we can. What you'll find is the whole point of trying to build muscle is creating tension, but you will find these smaller muscle groups like arms, delts and calves will just respond even better to a lot more tension. Like if you're doing like a chest press, you might not be the best at creating tension there, but it's such a big muscle that it's still going to grow and adapt. Obviously more if you had a bit more tension there, but with calves, literally spend time lowering the weight, spend time in that stretch position, don't just bounce out the hole, because if you bounce out the hole, it's not you using your actual calf musculature to get the weight up. Push through the ball of the foot, actually squeeze and hold at the top, and don't be so focused on chasing weight, chasing weight, chasing weight. The numero uno done, exercise 1. You'll find as well, like, you walk on your feet all fucking day. Alright, so it's going to take a bit more for your calves to grow from just like a couple of sets of calf raises. So that's why when I do calves, it's that one muscle group that I will just add in like rest pauses, drop sets, partial reps. I've just found they've grown a lot more since doing that, as opposed to just straight sets. So add in some intensity methods and look at those baddies grow.
Close, I stare at my dreams as they approach. Gotta be patient and trust in God, he the coach. Temptations of taking a shortcut, but I don't. Cause I ain't trying to be an almost. When I get it, I'm afloat. Gone are the days we was close.
On to exercise numero 2. We're doing a seated hamstring curl as opposed to a lying. Reason being, there's no big reason. I like doing a hamstring curl and a leg extension before a squat. Just warms up the joints, warms up the knees, and it sometimes means that the load that we can then use for the squat will be less load. It will still be the exact same stimulus through the quads, but less load, so less joint and tendon pain. When we're jumping on the seated here as well, because of that position of the hips and the back, we're working the hamstrings out of their stretch, out of their lengthened position. So we know by walking in those lengthened positions, we're probably going to be able to create a little bit more stimulus in the lengthened portion of the lift. On my leg day number 2, I do a lying hamstring curl, which is in that shortened range. So it's good, as I've said in all my videos, is to work through every range, the shortened range, the mid range, and the lengthened. But you don't give a fuck, do you? You just want to see some hard fucking hamstring curl sets. So that's what we're going to give you. Give the people what they want, bro.
I'm making a change today. The liquor been taking the pain away. I heard you was giving your chain away. That's kind of like giving your fame away. What's wrong with you? I sit in a box where the owners do. A boss is a role that I've grown into. I love you to death, but I told you the truth. I can't just be with you and only you. Yeah, I got one Virgil, got one, and that day is the only 2, man. How many
Just get a
times
little
have I
bit in those
shown
last 2, mate. 2 of them, I'll come with me, let's go. And then drive, you. Take that, pause, control. One more of them, bro. and then we'll just do partials on that, right? Drive hard and through. Yes, 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 yes. Mate, you. Partial range, up, all the way, and just come down to where you can go down to, mate. Don't care what it is. 2, 1 or 2 of them, mate. Yep. That's it, brother.
To stay locked in for 15 sets into a drop.
Yeah, it's been this mindset over everything for that.
It's so hard, mate. Just need to fucking be patient with your set.
Write that down, patience with the set.
Never rush.
Marc Kane, 2023. So like, when you are locked in this, a couple of wee pointers when you're on the machine. So if you want to come over here, every machine, right, that's got an axis, so there's going to be a little axis of rotation on the machine, okay? Usually like a wee yellow bit or a wee red bit. Wherever that axis of the machine is, that's where the machine turns around. So you want to line your joints up with that on the machine. So if you're doing like a bicep preacher curl, there's going to be a bit, line the elbows up with it. That'll just make it a bit more mechanically advantageous to when you're going for the movement. When you've got that on as well, get that pad as tight as you fucking can. The benefit of this is you're so stable and locked in, so make use of it. Get yourself in, push the pad as tight as you can onto the quads, lock in, and just all hamstrings, man. Take the set to where it needs to go. So what we're after, big old legs, you want a set of big looking legs from the front. Adductors, mate. Adductors, a lot of people just leave it till the end or just don't do them, but usually I prefer doing them earlier on because the ability to actually contract and squeeze the adductors is really fucking hard. Once you've done a leg press, a hack squat, a leg extension, you're fucked. So your adductors are pretty fatigued, so you're not getting actually a full amount of it. And you don't actually realise how big an adductor is until something's shredded down or bulked up and you look at the size of the adductor, you're like, wow, it takes up a large portion of your leg. Prioritise it once or twice a week, couple of sets, and you'll have bigger looking legs just from that that front shot, face forward. Yeah, baby. Yeah, sexy.
Yeah, top of the morning, I know that you thought I was dormant. Woke up early from shots that was swarming. A block from the Alps, now the cops in the orbit. Cause somebody got popped, now they knocking on doors, trying to find an informant. But I ain't seen Nathan, I'm minding my business. As God is my witness, the weapon gon' prosper that's forming against me. Nigga, I'm starving immensely. Know when I'm done with these songs, you gon' miss me. John Moran, I'm on my grizzly. You niggas just cuz, but no, not the ones in the big leagues. After the fall off, I promise I'm coming and selling out Wrigley's.
Big drive, big drive. Good. And again, yeah. Drop, let's go.
But sometimes just training to feel. I think as well, like see the whole term like progressive overload and getting much stronger in the gym. I'm a massive advocate of that. It shouldn't even be a thing of like progressive overload. It should just be a thing you do, get stronger over time. The muscle needs to adapt. But some people, and me, I've been guilty before, it's just the whole thought process is the only way to grow is more load, more load, more load, more load. But like, can you imagine every week you add on 2.5 kilo, 5 kilo, over 8 weeks, you've added on a fuck ton more weight. I'm not even going to try and quick maths that because I can't add it up, I'm done. So the tendons and the ligaments and the joints can't recover to the same extent as a muscle can. So that then comes like just training in that feel, creating that tension, that is going to grow more muscle, right? And then more muscle is a bigger muscle. So as a byproduct of you just training to feel, you're going to get stronger over time. I might be doing 77 kilo on this for 10-15 reps, not really tracking it as such, just getting a feel for it. One random week in a month's time, I might jump up to 86 and I might move because a bigger muscle is a stronger muscle. So don't always chase load, sometimes just chase that feel and load will come as a byproduct of that.
These stairs are a cunt after I like them, man. Fuck.
Blast that shit back if you blast it. Hey.
Okay, all yours, big dog.
Give me something I can feel if they come to
Nice
hit it.
eccentric.
Then I know they know the
And explode to that ball. Yes, come on. Yep, drive. Come on. There you go. Come on, walk the fuck in. Now get to halfway and drive. Yes, yes, come on. Yep. And big drive, it's yours. Come on, blast me. Yes. Let's go. Fast at the hole, it's yours. Big drive, all yours, all yours.
Come on, I will get 10 kilo extra on the bar today. Own that shit. 6 and 8 every bother. You mate, big fucking drive, good man. Keep everything tight, mate. Adductors, knees, everything, bro.
Back and forth to Italy, my comment section killing me. I swear I get so passionate, y'all do not know the half of it. I grew up with the rap, some boys be crashing it and splashing it. And when I say they crashing it, I do not mean an accident. I'm still in the studio at 6:45. And my haters either on their way to work or they arrived. And I gotta own things I rap about just for my pride. You know when it comes to pride, I can't put that shit aside. I've been kicked when I was
2, negative, sink it, mate. This is gonna be a hard one, bro. Let's push through. Yes, mate. That's you. Yeah. Good. We're on to the big bread and butter. We're on to the hack squat. So as I was saying there, we've both a couple of times had like kind of knee issues. And this motherfucker's fucking done both his ACLs in. How long ago?
The last operation was like 3 years maybe.
Yeah.
The MCL was about 1.5 years ago.
Bro, if there's anything not to do, it's that. How did you even do it again? Just
First one, slipped in the grass in the pitch. Second one, hyperextension. Third one, internal rotation.
it was mad, mate. He thought a pitch of grass was a swimming pool, man. Stupid. So one thing we're really trying to nail is squat, right? Anyone, like most people will just jump on this and it's like, oh, I'm doing a squat, let's get some fucking load on it. Which we're about. We want to get some, you know, we've kind of trained for feel throughout the first couple of movements here. We do want to hit this a little bit heavier, but with that heavy load, we want to make sure we're taking it through the quads and not just the joints. So you'll notice that those negatives, those eccentrics are really fucking controlled. When we get to the bottom of a squat, we're not just bouncing out the hole. Similar to the calves and everything else we've done, we've owned that negative. We're getting a slight wee pause at the bottom, and we're in control of the change of direction. So we ain't just letting ourselves push through and the knees cave in. If we notice that's happening, then we know that we've maybe overshot the load or we need to tidy it up next week. So the goal is to make this be as quad-y as we can. So before every rep, just internally imagine we're in the quads, we're controlling, we're sinking down, we're not overdoing the range and then putting those knee joints in a compromised position. And then, as I said, we do kind of want to just lift a little bit of load here, but we're trying to do it in a safe manner. So let's try, just lift some heavy shit in it.
Look at my eyes, tell me your tale, do you see the road? I'm out to my soul, and tell me the size. Whenever the smoke clear out of my face and my picture perfect, do I look fried? All of that green and yellow that drip from your eyes is tell your demise. I'm with to my side to push back the ceiling and push back the feelings I had to the side. I replay them nights and right by my side, all I see is the sea of people that round me. If they just knew what Scotty would do to jump on the stage and say I'm a child, the things that created the beginning was ready, I gotta find balance.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen, leg day wrapped up with the big dog. So, mate, good fucking session, man. Good fucking session. Like, what I was saying to Marc as well, it's like when you've got a training partner and it's like in that session you're really trying to grow that musculature. Like, I've had a training partner for push for a while and it makes sense because I really want to bring up that chest, shoulders and triceps. So we're both trying to grow some bigger legs, and it's just one of those sessions, man, that you need a training partner. You don't realise how much you leave on the table. So as I was saying, it's just really good to have a training partner there and just push yourself to that limit, especially when you've got the goals and aspirations that we have within fitness and within bodybuilding. I know Marc wants to compete. I know I've got plans to always to compete early next year, man. So anything to add to the session, Mr. Marc?
Nah, I agree with everything you said. I think it's when you've got a training partner alongside you, if anyone's watching this that trains on their own, try and get someone like-minded. That's the key thing. It needs to be someone that will drive you levels. I know Lewis drives me within my sessions. I know I drive him within his sessions. And I'm sure we'll get more content. Give us maybe 3 months of these sessions and we'll be coming in with quads twice the size. That's the aim anyways, but always a pleasure.
Yeah, listen guys, if you enjoyed this video, you know the drill. Leave it a like, subscribe to the channel if you've not already subscribed. Any new videos you want to see, comment below. As always, whenever you're watching this, day, morning, night, have an awesome day, have an awesome night, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.